Good morning.
Morning.
This is Fellowship of Spirit coming to you from Farmington, New Mexico. Today is the 27th of October, 2024. October's just about gone. It just started the day before yesterday, it seemed like. But anyway, it's kind of, the mornings are getting brisk, and the leaves are turning colors, and the year is progressing. Whether we want it to or not, it's going to progress, isn't it, Fred?
Right.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm back from my travels. I want to express my gratitude to Steve and to Jerry for being the moderator when I was absent. And they did a great job, and we appreciate it. That gives me freedom to get away from here. I don't have to do it. You can go do it anytime. Today, Travis is in the building. So he is here. Our speaker, Travis, who usually comes to us from California, is with us today, and sit over there. And he will give us our message when we get ready. But we have other people who sit here in the meantime. We use this chair quite a lot. So anyway. Yeah, so anyway, he's not familiar with our procedures here. He just knows that when he's over there, they tell him to speak, and he's sitting in the same chair, and he just starts talking. But it's a little bit different here. We have our thing. We got Fred Brown is going to play our music. Susan Barnes is going to have our opening prayer, and I'll be your moderator. I'm Ron Holloway, and Travis will give our main talk today, and I suppose I will give a spiritual reading out of Emmett Fox. So anyway, we're looking forward to being with you today, and hope that you enjoy all of the presentations that we have for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Jerry, are there any announcements we need to make in the beginning?
Next Sunday is our reunion Sunday. We're providing dessert, and it's a potluck, and Mark Wolf will be our speaker. We're hoping everybody that has not been here in a while will come, and everybody that comes regularly will also.
Could anybody on Zoom land hear her? No, they didn't hear a single word.
Well, I think did you want me to come up there?
If you would, please, sure, that'd be good.
Next Sunday is our reunion Sunday, and we would love to see everybody that hasn't been here in a while, and of course, all the people that have been here regularly. We're providing dessert, and it's a potluck and a dreaming session afterwards to kind of decide where we're going with fellowship.
So we're all going to take a nap after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, when you eat, you do that.
I like naps.
Anyway, so we're hoping to see a lot of people we haven't seen in a while, and this is not a pressure or anything like that. We would just love to visit with you, so come see us.
Okay, that's next Sunday, first Sunday in November. It's going to be our reunion Sunday, so come and be with us, because we want to. A reunion means to reorganize, to retouch and re-energize our relationships, and that's what all this is all about, is our relationships to one another. So, okay, so we're going to start with our prelude. And I got TBA on mine, so.
Yeah. We'll do Morning Has Broken. Let's see if I can do
Yeah.
it. So this one I think is in the binder. Morning Has Broken. It should be.
Has broken or
Yeah.
more?
Morning Has Broken.
Okay.
Yeah, that song Cat Stevens kind
Yeah.
of did
Cat
made a little
Stevens
bit
song.
famous.
Yeah.
I don't think it's his. It goes all the way back to 1927, based off a Gaelic melody, rewritten by Eleanor Farrakhan. Yeah, interesting, huh?
That is it. First time I was associated with it was Cat Stevens.
Yeah, right. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Mine is the new fall sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where his feet pass. 'Cause mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, Eden soft play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day. 'Cause my morning has broken like the first morning. Blackboard has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word.
All right, thank you, Fred. Susan, how did the music sound to you? Could you hear it?
Music is wonderful.
Okay, because I had the microphone in the back. I thought that this good quality microphone that we have, we shouldn't have to place it right here. It should take up everything, and I just wanted to see it for sure that it was. Okay, so are you ready, Susan? Susan is going to pray us for us.
Well, good morning, and it's so nice that I'm here, even though I'm in Belize, to be with you there in Farmington, because I feel so close to so many of you. So let's close our eyes and take a deep breath. Just feel that light, that love, that vibration flowing through your whole body. Creator, Mother, Father, God, we give thanks. We give thanks for all of the wonderful things that we get to experience here together. The good music, the special messages that we can receive. We are so grateful that we can be together because we are one, even though we may be separated by miles. That we together can be a light to this world, to let others know about the peace, the love, the non-judgment, all of these things that help to make this world a better place, knowing that we are part of that better world, of that peace, of that glory. We give thanks this day for having Travis be here once again, in person, in the flesh, knowing that every message he gives is one of understanding, of great knowledge, wisdom, and the light that fills each one of our bodies. We ask that you be with each one of those who are not here with us today, to help us to appreciate our good health and to know that those who need it will become healthy, to find their way to a greater state of mind. For these things we truly give thanks, Lord. Namaste.
Good. Thank you, Susan.
Tuning song. It's a standard E, just in case you needed to know. Guitar is a little funny with its intonation when I put a capo on it. It goes up in tune. She's an old guitar. I think she just turned 40. It's made in, oh no, it'd be in 85. So it was made in 85, so it's 39.
Doesn't make her bad, just makes her classic.
I resemble that remark. I think I
There you
was
go.
in high school then. Sharon Jackson wrote this song. Thank you. Wanna say thank you. Thank you. Wanna say thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. I say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing day. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. I'm so grateful. I wanna say thank you. I'm so grateful. I said thank you. I wanna say thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. It's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful day, baby. It's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful day. Thank you. Come on, say thank you. Come on, say thank you. I wanna say thank you for my friend Spirit. Thank you for my friend. Thank you for my friend Spirit. Thank you for my friend. My beautiful, my beautiful, my beautiful friend. My beautiful, my beautiful, my beautiful friend. I wanna say thank you.
All right. Well, if you're not excited by now, you're probably dead. So, open up, breathe. Pardon? No children. Okay. Well, I suppose that's just the way that it is. All right. So let's do our reflection moment. Love produces a flow of energy that I now feel. I love others more than ever, and I feel privileged to be here. Love flows from one person to another as we create an atmosphere of holiness. And so it is. All right. So, no one has stepped forward to take Carol Littletree's spiritual reading. And how is Carol? Do we know?
She went to visit her last Sunday. I went to visit her Friday. She was in the hospital. She's now in Wellbrook.
And Wellbrook is here?
Yeah, it's the one where the old, close to where the old American Furniture Store was.
Okay.
And she's doing wonderful. Her daughter from, should I come up there?
If you would, please. So everyone could hear. We love Carol and we need to it's good to have a report on her.
Carol is in Wellbrook and will probably be there for a couple of weeks. They're doing wound recovery. They had to go back in and remove a lot of tissue that was infected. And so they're doing open wound care for her right now. She loves visitors, so if you have a chance to go by there, she would love to see you. She's in room 109, but you'll have to get the information at the front desk and they'll check you for temperature and everything. But it's a beautiful facility, and she would love anybody to stop by. Her daughter from Washington is with her right now, but I was unclear as to how long she's going to stay. But if you get a chance, stop by and see her.
So visitors are welcome. Go see our sister Carol, Little Tree. Okay, so today I'm going to go ahead and do the reading, and this is from Around the Year with Emmett Fox. You can't go wrong with Emmett Fox.
What?
Emmett Fox. Try this experiment today. Select one particular thing in your life that is not going well and you wish to make right. Next, consider the matter in the light of your knowledge of God and prayer. Realize that this thing cannot remain inharmonious or negative once you know the truth about it. Realize that you are now knowing the truth and claim that the divine power in you is now healing the condition completely and permanently. Then give thanks. Remember that praise and thanksgiving are the most powerful prayers of all. Next day, repeat your thanksgiving until the answer comes. In between prayers, you must keep your thought right concerning the problem. This is vital. All day long guiding of your thought cannot fail to bring your demonstration. My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. That is Psalm 104:34. That kind of went right along with our reading today, wasn't it? That when you're in a state of gratitude, that things go better, for sure. There's Margaret. Hi, Margaret. There's Bill coming in. And Nancy's joined us. So thank you for everyone for coming today. All right, so what are we doing now, Fred? We are going to
This is in the
play another
Brown
song.
book. The Brown book, number 344. The song was written by Mildred Collins in 66.
344?
344. And I don't know what version you have, but I bet it says underneath advertised by Hoyle Osborne in 2009. So that'd be the same one I got. So this is a nice little ditty. Well, there is joy in my heart and a smile on my face as I love the world. There's a song on my lips of the whole human race, and I love the world. Till my spirits are ringing, till happiness winging like bells that are ringing on high. Love is here everywhere, joy is filling the air, 'cause I love the world, I love the world. There is joy in my heart and a smile on my face, 'cause I love the world. Hey, there's a song on my lips of the whole human race, 'cause I happiness ring like bells that are ringing on high. God is here everywhere, love is filling the air, 'cause I love the world, I love the world.
All right. Whoops.
Well, if you're not awake now, you aren't, like Ron said, you're not. Love the music, Fred.
Once again, you can all thank Hoyle Osborne for a lot of this music.
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely. He taught it to me, and I keep bringing it to you.
Kind of the way it works, isn't it? The ultimate networking. Okay. Travis has traveled from California to be with us today, and we are very, very grateful to have him. And he's come to us many times over the Zoom, but we're just really honored to have him today. A little bit, Travis, many years ago now, he he lived in Russia with the Russian people, was before the curtain came down. Is that correct? But you were,
You can't hear you.
yeah, you can.
Oh, no, 91, the curtain was down and perestroika was in the works.
No, okay. So anyway, he's going to bring our message to us today, and so we're pretty much are familiar with Travis and his energy and his words. So anyway, if you will please welcome Travis.
Oh, I've got to get set up here, all right.
It fell down.
Yeah.
So I've just been asked to help.
Well, thank you.
Try that.
Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. KDR in Durango, Colorado, now begins another broadcasting day. How's that sound? Okay, I think we're set.
Sounds pretty authentic.
Well, these first couple minutes are not going to be too uplifting because, as I think a lot of spiritual teachers, including Ernest Holmes, founder of Science of Mind, says or talks about, that we have to start with where we're at. And so I'm reflecting on the song we just heard about, I Love the World. I love the world, but when we look at it, some of us might paraphrase Oliver Hardy and say, like, we've got a number of fine messes we've gotten ourselves into. And so the question is, how do we as individuals and also as community deal with that? There's a song that, way back, on the college radio station in Durango, there was actually a fabulous band called Joy of Cooking, and they had a song called Children's House. And they said, this is our children's house. They stand outside the door. They're listening to our voices and learning what we think we're here for. This is our children's house, and they will follow only if they can. And that's, we're creating conditions on this planet where that is a question. And I sometimes in fun think of imagine us seeking out another planet and on which to reside and being asked for references as to what we did with the last one. And that would not be a pleasant question to ask if it comes to that. And so I think about a lot of the things that are going on in the world and how implicated individual and collective egos are. Because again, I go to Eckhart Tolle so often, and he said that our problems in the world, whether they're individual or collective, are almost all, I think he stated it very strongly, they are all the result of the action of unbridled ego. And so with that in mind, where I'm going to want to go is back to something of a beginning, not the absolute beginning, but the beginning of life on earth, where we were in a position, we were possessing brains or minds that could get us into these messes. There was a time in life on earth where from the minnow to the manatee, from the canary to the condor, from the shrew to the woolly mammoth, every critter was true to its nature. There was no choice. Each animal, each expression of life was simply that which it was intended to be from the beginning, and it was ingrained in each animal to be itself to a T. And then in the evolution of life on earth came Homo sapiens, who developed these brains that could accommodate various states of consciousness, various ways of being in the world. And what really came to pass was that Homo sapiens were loosed upon the earth, answering the question of, like, what is my nature? What is the nature of life? What is the nature of man? And in that quest, making many mistakes and experiencing the consequences. And, that's called the fall. Really, eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is called the fall. But I would suggest that we look at it in a different way. As each one of us as individuals, many of us have learned to look back on our life and at those incidents, at those developments, at those challenges and problems that we had along the way, and the incidents and experiences which at the time we thought were terrible, that unfortunate, we regretted them, we wished it could be different. And yet as we look at it in hindsight from now much further in the future, we can look back and see that where I am now perhaps is exactly where I want to be, where I ought to be. And that all of those experiences that I had that I might have called negative at some point in my life when they happened, I now see them as stepping stones, as things I would not change. And so now I'm going to say, let's apply that to this, what they call the fall, from the grace, from the Garden of Eden, and realize that we were, as a species, set upon a journey, almost as if we were collectively the prodigal children who left their father's house and went in search of what life had to offer and what life had to teach us. So now here we are. We have been a long time departed from the Garden of Eden. And I use that as a synonym also to the queendom of God, as I like to state it. And as we look at our journey as a species, what are those stepping stones? And I would say that one of those stepping stones is beginning to see what the pitfalls have been as we have occupied ourselves with seeing the world in terms of duality, of primarily self and others, and what I have or don't have as compared to what somebody else has or doesn't have, and comparing myself so that I can be experiencing jealousy, like coveting my neighbor's mode of transportation. What a fine camel. I wish I had a camel like that. Coveting the neighbor's lodging, coveting the neighbor's partner, wife, husband. And all that arises from the idea of self and others. And ultimately, as we began to separate ourselves into groups, my group and their group, right, wrong, good, bad,
Red, blue.
and so on and so forth. And look what, and that's so much about what has come to pass in our world is having this idea that there is not enough resources, as we waste such a great percentage of them on conflict, and we don't work together. And it's all arising out of these ego notions of separation, of grabbing what I can for myself, or grabbing what I can for my group or our country, and so on. And so then we begin to recognize over time what does not work, and we're discovering that these ideas of duality do not serve us, and yet they are stepping stones. They're actually stepping stones back to the garden ultimately, and that's what we want to do. And as I think about duality, I remember early on going to the Church of Religious Science and changing my thinking from lack to abundance, from being negative to being positive, and those were valuable transitions for me to make. But now I have developed an appreciation for authors like Joel Goldsmith, Neville Garden, Neville, not Garden, Neville Goddard, okay. And Neville Goddard and Joel Goldsmith are very big on pointing out that even if we choose the preferred side of the duality, you know, like the positive, the good, and all that, there's still labels. And they want us to get away from labels and not label anything at all. And that's how it was in the Garden of Eden. Before there was a life form that could label things and use those labels in their judgments, in their criticisms, and in their comparisons. And so as I think about that, I'm thinking of the fine examples that are in our families. Babies, before they even have a language. See, this is how we were at one time. Before we had a language, we just were living in an experience of pure being like the rest of the animals. Then we got language. Babies don't have language yet, and they are a wonderful portrayal of love and beauty and joy, acceptance, connectedness, words for unity. And so those are fine examples. Babies are fine examples of a way of being in the world. And let's remember something. Jesus said, we must be as these little ones to enter the kingdom, or kingdom, queendom, as I like to say, or to return to the garden as the prodigal children that have discovered the pitfalls of duality, embraced divine qualities as reality, and pretty much leave labels behind and accept just life as it is without the judgments, criticisms, and labels. There was a time when I would occasionally go to hear Michael Beckwith speak, because I heard a lot about him. When I started going to the Guidance Church of Religious Science, oh, I've lost my microphone. Okay, here we go. I'm just too animated, I guess. When I started going to Guidance Church of Religious Science, I wondered where all the people that were middle-aged, kind of my age, 35, 45 years old, where are all those people? And they said, well, this guy that got his ministerial license started his own church, and a lot of them left to support him. Well, they referred to Michael Beckwith as this guy, because that was before he had made a name for himself. And so I was curious about him. I heard a lot about him, and I went to see him. And one time he told this story, and the story was that his family was going out to the car to go somewhere, and his daughter was making a big fuss about wanting to sit in the front seat. Well, the front seat was clearly her mother's seat, and they argued a bit, and finally she relented and she got in the back seat, and the family was on the way. And they had not gone very far before his daughter proclaimed boldly, "This is the front seat." And you have to admire the audacity, and that's part of this is about having the audacity. You have to admire the audacity for her to proclaim her reality, her perspective, what things are to her in this experience. And so now I'm thinking in terms of, can we have that audacity to look at our world, to look at our lives, to look at the conditions in our lives and say, this is the garden. This is the kingdom, queendom of heaven. Can we have that kind of audacity? It's been a long journey. We've got the stepping stones of our pitfalls, our mistakes, and here we are. A lot of us awakening to the fact that, as is so often the case, these things I've done over and over again, if I keep doing them, that's insanity. What is there that is innovative, that comes from the genius within, that comes from my intuition? What can I know through intuition? And we've learned that in meditation. We've learned what babies exemplify, that right here, right now. And I have to use labels to talk about it. But those of us who meditate a lot have found that really words do not suffice. That the experience of meditation is so profound that the words don't do them justice. The labels we have cannot fully describe the experience of being one, communing with the divine and being one with all life. And yet we use words like love and joy and harmony and balance. And so now we want to take that experience of meditation and take that example of the youngest people among us, the babies and the infants, and say, this is life. This is the truth about life. It doesn't matter what I've created up to this point out here. I don't want to continue creating those things that I don't want in my life, and I don't want my global community to continue creating conditions, destroying cities, destroying schools, destroying theaters. You know, this has been really an amazing journey for the community of man. You know, because along with the mistakes, we've got the music of Mozart and Prokofiev and the Beatles and Miles Davis and John Coltrane. We've got all kinds of works of art. We've got ballet. We've got competitive sports and that we enjoy so much. The things people do for fun has just evolved in ways that are most amazing, like the suits for flying. We can be like birds. We have accomplished so much. It is just like phenomenal. So the trip has been worthwhile. But there's a lot of this stuff we must delete because this is our children's house and they will follow us only if they can. And the interesting thing about the trip, I'm thinking of the hobbits, there and back again, out of the Garden of Eden and back again. The canary and the minnow and the shrew and the condor and the woolly mammoth and the whale we call blue. Excuse me. None of them can take credit for being in the Garden of Eden. They don't even know anything else. But to have departed and been given the freedom of choice that we have to explore, make mistakes, go the wrong way, do it again and again and again, and eventually evolve to the understanding that, excuse me, that my nature is God's nature. And everything that is divine about the life around me, everything I see in my universe, the harmony, the balance, the beauty, the abundance, the order, that is the truth about me. And I can even set those labels aside, take a deep breath, and know that this is just pure being and that I am one with everyone else, that separation is an illusion, and that clinging to ideas of self and others and all that stuff that flows out of that idea of separation it results in experiences that I as an individual and we as a global community want to leave behind. And those that are leading the way, in my opinion, are those that are having the audacity to see beyond appearances, not buy into appearances, but say, regardless of all that, no matter what appears to be going on, God's truth is marching on. And it's marching on right here where I have the audacity to say, in spite of what appears to be, this is the garden. This is the queendom of heaven. And I'm going to behave myself in a responsible fashion and embrace the one life that we all share and do my part to heal what has been my experience, my group's experience, my communities, my countries, my global community's experience. And it sounds like a big thing to do, but the only choice we as individuals can make is just to be in the garden and take credit for the journey away and appreciate the wisdom that has been presented to me that helped to lead me to understand how to get back and to be there. And so let us have a moment of prayer. And so I invite everyone to just take a deep breath and release it all. And another deep breath, and know that that deep breath in time-honored tradition is leading me into that inner place, inner sanctum, where there is only one, and it is the God presence of which I fully partake. And that in this place, there is a treasure chest of divine qualities, and it is fully available to me to open it and partake of abundance and health, joy, love, beauty, everything I need to put on heaven and portray it, wear it wherever I go. And as I continue to breathe deep, I get confirmation with every breath that this is the one reality. This is truth. That we are stardust, we are golden, and thinking of ourselves as being in the garden. And embracing that light and truth of being, and finding how well it serves me in this glorious moment of awareness. That I am open and aware of the possibility of walking away from this meditation into my daily life and keeping that awareness with me in the garden where God's truth is marching on. It's the most persistent thing in the universe. The only thing that doesn't change is God's nature. Everything else comes and goes. But that nature is my nature, and it is not conditional. I am in the garden. I am pleased to be there again at home, and so it is.
Yes, so it is. You're done.
Good timing.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yes.
Thank you, Travis. for
Thank you,
the
Travis.
Oh,
Word audacity. Audacity. I
Audacity.
Love that. That's a great word.
To proclaim your perfection. no matter what anyone else says.
That's pretty audacious.
Yes, it is. Anyone like to say something to Travis?
Well, I certainly would, because I've known Travis longer than all of you, of course. And Travis, when you started talking, I was thinking about Thanksgiving. I can't remember, oh, it must have been like in 92, 93. And we were sitting at the table, and I was just thinking of you being there and how much that we have grown and how we've changed. And I just love the way you have grown into that garden, to be that beautiful person that you are. So thank you for being there and for all of the inspiration that you have given me over the years, for being who you are. I just have to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I really love you. You know that.
Well, thank you for helping get me started, because I learned to meditate at your bi-monthly meditations at your house, at your home north of Durango. At Whispering Pines is where I learned to meditate.
All right. Well, Travis, we thank you for coming, for being with us today. And we hope that, well, I can't get us both, there we go. Oh, we're both in there. That we're glad that you came. And we just are happy that you are here with us in the flesh. And and we really enjoyed your message.
Well, I'm very much in hopes that this will become something of a relatively common experience, because I am planning, I'm very much desire to spend extended periods of time up in Durango, just such a short distance up the road compared to where I.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
All right. Thank you.
What are you doing in Durango?
I was actually here for the kickoff of their celebrating of the 50th year of broadcasting at the college radio station. And I was the student station manager 48 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I was also a founding member. I was on the staff when they got their license to broadcast from the FCC. So we had a reunion of sorts, and there's going to be a number of events throughout the school year up until our actual anniversary, May 13th. And I plan to make some more of these events. And also, since I have a free ski pass, I expect to, they give those away to folks my age. And so so I'll be doing that.
So longevity has its perks.
Oh, it makes it worthwhile taking care of yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's great. So you're going to get to enjoy the slopes and enjoy our beautiful Durango and come down here and be with us on a regular basis, and that's great.
Well, we've always up in Durango thought of it as you can almost change seasons driving from there to here.
You can.
Enjoy the warm weather.
Yes, that's great. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, again, you're sure welcome. My pleasure.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, good. Here we go. Fred has another song for us. We don't, on my list there, all of it today says to be announced. So
Yeah.
I have no clue.
They're kind of out of pocket lately, so.
I'm in the dark searching for the light, so
So I just
he's gonna-
decided to
he's gonna enlighten us.
open the book today and just grab stuff.
So far, you've been right on.
Yeah, you've done really good so far. We expect you to continue.
This one, I think,
Expectations.
might be part of the presentation here soon. So, I like this song a lot. There we go. And this, I think, is in the binder as well at the very end under W's. I think most of us know this
What a Wonderful World. Well, I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow are so pretty in the sky, are also in the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, hey Fred, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
All right. Thank you, Fred. Good. Every song was wonderful and uplifting and good, and it was just really good music today. Thank you, Fred.
You're very welcome.
Okay. So now is our celebration of abundance. So if you place over your heart that which you intend to contribute, and follow along with me. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive through infinity. I am prosperous. What a wonderful day we've had. Great music, great speakers. Everything was really good. Yeah. And here comes Bill Clark.
Good morning. Hi, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Little reading today is Simple Cures. A good laugh and a long sleep are the best cures in the doctor's book. Irish proverb. Modern science now proves it. A poor attitude and poor sleep can both be hard on our immune systems. Conversely, laughter produces endorphins that are good for our bodies, and sleep gives us a time for our body to repair itself and renew. Laughter has always been a great medicine. We've known this for ages. Whenever we feel we are fighting something, we can let our body sleep it off. Sometimes the best cures are the ones based in the simple folk wisdom. The walkaway is, when I feel I might be getting sick, I remember some simple care, self-care. Perhaps my life has gotten a little too busy and my body is reminding me to slow down and enjoy. And I encourage you all to slow down and enjoy and have a great week. God bless.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now, Travis, did you have a prayer that you wanted to offer at the end? Because this is the end.
Oh, no, that was at the end of my talk.
Oh, you did it already. Oh, okay. Well, that's,
You want another one?
no, not doesn't necessarily. We usually end with Bill giving us our message for the end, for the day, but if someone wants to offer a prayer, you're welcome to come forward and give it. Okay, otherwise, we have no children today. Our children are off enjoying themselves and just being children, and that is a good thing. And we hope that they have a nice deal. This is the Halloween season. Sometimes we have our Wiccan people come and give us talks about this time, because we embrace all forms of worship to the Creator. And so we don't choose one over another, because we want to be inclusive and to have everyone who comes to us can feel like they are welcome and that they are part of fellowship. And that's why we're a fellowship rather than a church. We have no conditions to be a member of fellowship other than you just want to be here and be a part of us. I can make a few announcements. Our book study starts on 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 to 8:45 to 9:45 on Sunday. We're currently reading The Power of Intention with Dwayne Dwyer. I don't know what we'll be doing next. We're about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through this book, so it's all good. Course in Miracles meets at 6:30 a.m. on Mondays, and it's facilitated by Yvette and Jerry on Zoom. The Power of Eight meets on Thursday nights at 6:30 p.m. and is coordinated by Margaret Cheesebro. And other than that, we meet here on Sunday mornings at 10:30. And don't forget that our services in their entirety are posted on Zoom. And then that link to that Zoom presentation is sent out to every member by email sometime, usually Monday sometime, but I try to get it on there as quickly as I can. Sometimes it takes a couple of days for me to get the thing, but usually it's there by Monday morning. So, and then once it's up there, it's there forever. So you can go 2 months from now and listen to Travis's talk if you want to. There's tons and tons of wisdom that have been imparted in this room over the years, and for the last, I guess, 3 or 4 years, we have posted every one, and so you can go back anytime that you want to and listen to any of the talks. It's really a valuable thing, and it's a blessing that came out of COVID. We never would have done this had we not been forced to go to a virtual meeting, and so it's one of the good things that came out of that mess. So anyway, we're just really glad that you were with us, and so now we're going to circle up and sing our way out of here.
To go out of the building, sing your way out.
Sure.
I like that.
Okay, Steve, your phone lost its thing. Oh, there you go.
I just blew it somehow.
You froze.
Yeah, I don't know how it did it, but I touched the screen the wrong way.
Well,
That's a spin.
that's easy to do.
All of us and God here, so.
Well, let me turn this around. And there we go. Oh, we'll just put it on Travis.
There you go.
How about that? Okay?
1, 2, 3.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home.
weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together. Weave us together in unity and yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as our power, family all are we. So let us walk with each other, yes, in perfect harmony. 'Cause yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. And with every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
Let God bless you and keep you until we meet again.
Yes,
4 beats.
That's right. And play ball.
Play ball.
If you're a baseball.